How's it hanging? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the one man commentary half dive, where the commentator still has no idea what they want to do for this and hopes that their coworkers don't start bringing up the random ass messages, clips, or start quoting me out of nowhere while at work. Now, don't expect me to start doing this as a regular thing. It's only because I'm a part time employed that I have the time to do this shit, as well as I'm bored of repeatedly playing Minecraft without having a goal or clear purpose, or getting tired of going fast and not wanting to build. Other than that, personally, I've been doing good. Got a message from my Hispanic cousin talking about how, regarding this, I'm going to be rich and pulling in all the baddies, which I already can see forthcoming. But diverging from that, there was something that stuck out to me this week that I wanted to talk about regarding mentality, or at least something that I seem to notice within a person's mentality. Lately, I've been listening to Bad Bunny's Trap album released a couple of years ago, Nadie sabe lo que va a pasar mañana, or No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. It sounds like I'm just plugging in a personal music choice, but trust me, I'll find a way to fit this in. The main theme of what I believe Bad was trying to get at is getting all their thoughts and pretty much being able to express oneself through the medium. That, for him at least, was what started their path to respect and recognition. That mentality that Bad had shows to me that he was sick and tired of all the rumors, negative reviews, and comments, excuse me for this, but bullshit that he had to put up with that at this point, before he turned 30, wanted to express himself on an album, which results into one of the least hyped and talked about album of his career to date. Yet, even if it isn't one of his biggest projects, the people that can relate, that can dive a little deeper and appreciate the intro, the retrospect, the idea that achieved something. His mentality to make this album helped people, including myself, into wanting to express themselves and push yourself to do something that might seem out of the ordinary, something that's just for personal choices, which is still something that can be appreciated by others. Diverging from my music taste, the idea of mentality for today's episode came from work. I work as a swim instructor, and it ranges from teaching toddlers, teenagers, sometimes adults, and elderly people. One thing that I know they all have in common is the experience of learning, or in the process of learning how to swim, whether that be elementary knowledge or becoming more advanced in their preferred swimming strokes. Some are more dedicated to wanting to learn, others are being forced by their parents or partners in order to try to prove a point, get them active, or want to quote unquote be prepared in case of an emergency or summer trip. Nonetheless, each person's mentality I've seen play a huge role in how and what they learn, as well as how much effort they want to put into something. If you're going in with an attitude that is pretty much excited, motivated, ecstatic about wanting to do or learning more about how to swim, chances are you're going to result in putting in more effort. That mentality that people have is what helps in wanting to become a better swimmer, and in other cases, become a better person as well. What the two little stories I share with you, at least how I see it, have to do into the idea of mentality was the idea that a person's mentality is an outlook that will help guide you throughout life, express yourself, and show results that end up telling you about said person. For Bad, it did end up being his biggest album, but definitely one of his underappreciated works and very talked about within a small community, and showed him in a more human way. For swimmers that desire to want to learn more with the results corresponding to that, is seen and acknowledged by us instructors and tell us what swimmer they might end up being, but as well as how they are as a person. If you don't want to put in the effort or something, or even try giving it your best when it isn't something you want to do to begin with, or just something I saw. Now, to plug in my little Google form section where you, the audience, can end up asking questions, wanting something from me, or send me your PayPal information for me to ask for money. For this episode, we got, yeah, I know who you are and I know where you live. Just saying. Anyways, I'm gonna butcher whatever these words say, but okay. Hontu kind senpai blushes. You picked Miku. I'm not doing this. Okay, whatever. Do you have any advice to give to your kind Gakusei on how to navigate the world as a young adult on a non-traditional path in life? Personally speaking, I'm already living that non-traditional lifestyle, or at least how I interpret traditional. I'm not following the religion of my family's dedicated to. I can't find my purpose in university and resulting in taking an off semester and feel like I have no qualifications or good things going on for me right now, if I'm being honest. But I can say that to live out as a young adult in this world, it is going to be a road that needs a strong purpose, resilience, and support for those who you can count on, that makes uncertainties and situations easier to handle. One thing that I think many of us newer generations, especially with the dependency of the internet, social media making us scared to express ourselves and maybe express ourselves too much, and world conflicts, is we are scared to try and fail, or as well as go through sometimes imposter syndrome, feeling like you're not worthy of your progress and achievements. What I've learned is with time and practice, it'll come easier to see what you've done for others, especially for yourself, all the goals and skills you've learned, you've achieved, and you've succeeded in. But just keep remembering that you're not alone in this. The path to get better at something is going to require you to perhaps fail. And yes, you can reflect on what you've messed up on. But there's a difference between that and getting fixated on that one mistake you made when you were a kid. Negativity is something that is so focused in our world today. That's mainly what we focus on for our lives as well. But my personal advice is don't do that. Don't focus on the bad stuff. As Bad Bunny said, no one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. So that's why I do it today. Start learning self love today. Pick up a little skills, hobbies that can help you in de stressing, calming down, and don't put so much pressure on yourself. You're a human. You're just like me, where expectations may be high, but you can set your own expectations and reach for those instead. Be better accustomed and tailored to what you need. If I keep rambling on, it's going to be too long for anyone to really stick around. So I'll end it here for this one. Hope you have a good rest of your day, night, wherever you are, and thanks for listening.